These are some of the reasons why keeping lions is extremely dangerous. 1. Deadly attacks. Lions are apex predators, meaning they are at the top of the food chain with no natural enemies in the wild. Their powerful hunting instincts are hardwired into their DNA, making them unpredictable and dangerous even when raised in captivity. Many people assume that a lion raised from a cub will recognize its owner as a caretaker or even as part of its pride, but this is a misconception. Unlike domesticated animals such as dogs, lions do not lose their natural predatory instincts and can become aggressive without warning. A tragic example occurred in South Africa in 2018 when Michael Hodge, a 72-year-old British wildlife park owner, was viciously attacked by a male lion named Shamba. Hodge had raised Shamba from a cub and had cared for him for years. The lion was well-fed and appeared to be comfortable around humans, yet on the day of the attack, something triggered its hunting instincts. While Hodge was inside the lion's enclosure at the Marrakeel Animal Sanctuary, Shamba suddenly lunged at him, knocking him to the ground and dragging him across the enclosure like prey. Horrified onlookers watched as the lion bit into Hodge's neck and upper body. Despite desperate attempts to save him, including gunshots fired into the air to scare the lion away, Shamba refused to release his grip. Eventually, the lion had to be shot dead to prevent him from killing Hodge. Although Hodge miraculously survived the attack, he suffered severe injuries, including deep wounds and broken bones. This case serves as a grim reminder that a lion's predatory nature cannot be erased, no matter how long it has lived with humans. Many similar incidents have occurred worldwide, where lions raised by their owners for years suddenly turned aggressive, leading to fatal or near-fatal attacks. This unpredictability makes keeping a lion incredibly dangerous, even for experienced handlers. 2. Uncontrollable strength of a lion. A fully grown male lion typically weighs between 330 to 550 pounds, 150 to 250 kilograms, while females weigh around 260 to 400 pounds, 120 to 180 kilograms. This massive weight, combined with their muscular build, makes them incredibly powerful creatures. Their strength is designed for taking down large prey such as zebras, wildebeests, and buffaloes in the wild. Even in captivity, a lion's raw power remains unchanged, making it dangerous for humans to be in close contact with them. Bite force and deadly jaws. A lion's bite force is estimated to be around 650 psi, pounds per square inch, which is strong enough to crush bones with ease. To put this into perspective, a domestic dog has a bite force of 200 to 250 psi. A human's bite force is only around 120 to 160 psi. A lion's bite force is more than 4 times stronger than a human's, allowing it to snap bones and tear through flesh effortlessly. Even in cases where a lion is not trying to attack but merely playing, a simple bite can cause devastating injuries, including deep puncture wounds, broken bones, and permanent nerve damage. Lethal swipes from powerful paws. A lion's paw is not just large but also deadly. A single swipe from a lion's forelimb can knock down a full-grown adult human. The force behind a swipe can exceed 400 pounds of pressure, which is enough to fracture bones, dislocate joints, or even cause internal injuries. The claws, which can grow up to 1.5 inches (3.8 centimeters) long, can inflict deep lacerations and severe bleeding. Even lions raised in captivity have unintentionally injured or killed their handlers due to their sheer strength. For example, in 2021, a trainer at a private wildlife facility in the U.S. was hospitalized after a lion playfully jumped on him, causing severe fractures and internal injuries. The lion was not being aggressive, just playing as it would with another lion, but humans are simply too fragile to withstand such force. Case example: Kevin Richardson's close call. Kevin Richardson, famously known as the Lion Whisperer, has spent decades working with lions. Despite his deep connection with them, he once had a terrifying experience when a lion knocked him down during a playful interaction. Although he was not attacked aggressively, the sheer power of the lion left him bruised and struggling to breathe. This shows that even those who understand lions deeply can still be at great risk due to their uncontrollable strength. Unlike domesticated animals, lions do not understand human fragility. What might be a friendly nuzzle, playful pounce, or soft swipe for them can easily result in broken bones or life-threatening injuries for humans. Their natural strength is not something that can be trained away, making it extremely dangerous to keep them close. 3. Unpredictable behavior of lions. Lions, no matter how well-trained or familiar they are with humans, are still wild animals with deeply ingrained instincts. Their behavior can change instantly and without warning, even if they have lived in captivity for years. Unlike domestic pets, lions do not have the ability to suppress their natural instincts, which include hunting, dominance, and territorial aggression. Triggers for unpredictable aggression. Several factors can cause a lion to suddenly turn aggressive. Hunger. Even a well-fed lion retains its predatory instincts. If it feels even slightly hungry, it may become agitated and view anything moving as potential prey. Many documented attacks have happened during feeding times, as the smell of meat can trigger an aggressive feeding response. Territorial instincts. In the wild, lions are extremely territorial. Male lions defend their pride from rivals, and even a captive lion may suddenly perceive its owner or another human as a threat, leading to an attack. If a person enters an enclosure at the wrong moment, the lion may react aggressively, even if they have done so many times before without issue. Stress and frustration. Captive lions often experience stress due to confinement, lack of hunting, or inadequate space. Over time, this can cause irritability and sudden outbursts of aggression. Even minor disturbances, such as an unfamiliar smell or a new person, can make a lion feel threatened, triggering a dangerous response. Hormonal changes. Male lions, especially during mating periods, become highly aggressive and dominant. Even a normally calm lion can turn violent toward its handlers if it perceives them as interfering with its territory or mate. Play that turns deadly. Lions have powerful muscles, sharp claws, and strong jaws. They often play rough with each other, swiping and biting, something a human cannot survive. A lion may think it is playing with its owner when, in reality, it is inflicting serious injury. In 2020, a shocking incident occurred at a private zoo in the Czech Republic. A man who had raised a male lion from a cub was feeding the animal inside its enclosure when the unexpected happened. The lion suddenly pounced on him. Despite the man's years of experience and familiarity with the animal, the lion attacked violently, biting his neck and shoulders. The attack lasted only a few minutes, but it was fatal. Authorities later investigated the cause and concluded that the lion had shown no previous signs of aggression before the attack. The man had fed the lion many times before without any issues. The lion was not starving, yet it still attacked with lethal force. This tragic case is just one of many that prove a lion's wild instincts can override any training or human connection at any time. Other real-life examples of unpredictable lion attacks. 2004, a well-known Las Vegas animal trainer was severely injured when his trained lion, which had performed in shows for years, suddenly attacked him in front of a live audience. The lion had shown no prior aggression but suddenly lunged at the trainer's throat without warning. 2013, in South Africa, a woman taking photos at a game park was killed when a supposedly tame lion suddenly dragged her out of her car. The lion had never attacked visitors before but, in an instant, saw her as prey. 2018, in Kenya, a conservationist who had hand-raised lions was mauled to death when one of them unexpectedly turned on him. The lion had been raised since infancy but still acted on its wild instincts. Final thoughts. A lion may seem friendly and calm 99% of the time, but the 1% chance of unpredictability can be fatal. Unlike humans, lions do not hesitate or warn before attacking, they simply react on instinct. This is why even the most experienced trainers and conservationists can never fully trust a lion. No amount of training or familiarity can erase their wild nature, making them highly dangerous to keep as close companions. Deadly swipes from powerful paws. A lion's front paws are built for hunting and fighting. Each paw is equipped with sharp, retractable claws that can grow up to 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, long. A lion's single swipe can deliver over 400 pounds of force, which is enough to fracture bones, knock down a human, or even kill smaller animals instantly. In the wild, lions use their paws to break the necks of their prey or bring down large animals like zebras and buffaloes. Even during playful interactions, a lion's swipe can be deadly. There have been cases where lions, in the midst of friendly roughhousing, unintentionally caused deep lacerations, knocked people unconscious, or even broken bones. Real-life case. Lion swipes handler to death, 2019, South Africa. In 2019, in South Africa, a wildlife park caretaker was fatally injured by a lion that swiped at him during feeding time. The man had taken care of the lion for years and had no reason to expect aggression. However, with one powerful swipe, the lion knocked the man down, causing severe internal injuries. By the time other staff arrived, the man had died from blunt force trauma. This tragedy highlights the fact that a lion does not need to bite or fully attack to be deadly. A simple paw swipe is enough to kill a person. 4. High maintenance costs of keeping a lion. Owning a lion is not only dangerous but also incredibly expensive. Lions require specialized care, a proper diet, veterinary attention, and a secure habitat, all of which come at a significant financial cost. Unlike domestic pets, lions cannot simply be fed regular pet food or housed in an average backyard. Their needs are extensive, and failing to meet them can lead to severe health issues, aggressive behavior, and legal troubles. Extremely high food costs. Lions are carnivores that require a diet primarily composed of raw meat. In the wild, they hunt large animals such as zebras, antelopes, and buffalo, consuming huge amounts of protein to maintain their strength. In captivity, they require a similarly protein-rich diet to stay healthy. A fully grown lion eats 10 to 15 pounds, 4.5 to 7 kilograms of raw meat per day. This adds up to 300 to 450 pounds, 136 to 204 kilograms of meat per month. Over a year, a single lion will consume 3,600 to 5,400 pounds, 1,632 to 2,450 kilograms of meat. Cost breakdown for meat. The price of raw meat varies depending on location, but exotic animal facilities typically feed lions beef, chicken, or venison, which cost beef per pound $4 to $7, chicken per pound $2 to $5, venison per pound $5 to $10. If an owner feeds a lion beef at an average of $5 per pound, they would spend $50 to $75 per day, $1,500 to $2,250 per month, $18,000 to $27,000 per year. Even wealthy individuals and private zoos struggle to maintain lions properly, and many cases of starving, mistreated, or abandoned lions prove that most private owners cannot handle the costs. Ultimately, owning a lion is not just impractical, it is irresponsible. The costs far outweigh the benefits, making lions one of the most difficult and expensive animals to keep in captivity. 5. Threat to others. The hidden danger of keeping a lion. Even if a lion appears calm and friendly with its owner, it remains a serious threat to others. Unlike domestic pets, lions are wild predators with unpredictable instincts. A simple movement, sound, or unfamiliar person can trigger their predatory response, leading to tragic consequences. There have been multiple documented cases where people trusted their lions only for them to attack family members, visitors, or even other animals in an instant. Lions don't recognize friends like humans do, while domestic pets like dogs recognize and bond with many people. Lions have a different perception of relationships. A lion may tolerate its owner because it associates them with food and care, but this doesn't mean it will extend the same trust to other humans or animals. A lion's instinctual response to an unfamiliar person or a sudden movement can be deadly, even if it was raised in captivity. Even small, unintentional triggers can set a lion off. For example, a visitor wearing perfume or cologne that resembles the scent of prey, a child running past the lion activating its chase instinct, a nervous person making sudden movements, making the lion feel threatened, a new pet in the house, which the lion may see as competition or prey. Unlike dogs or even big cats like cheetahs, which are somewhat tamer, lions don't unlearn their hunting instincts. A tragic example happened in 2015 South Africa lion attack. A well-documented tragedy occurred in 2015 at a private game reserve in South Africa where a trained lion, believed to be harmless, attacked and killed a visitor. What happened? The reserve owner, a man who had raised the lion from a cub, believed it was completely safe around people. A female visitor entered the area, unaware of how the lion might react to her. As she walked past, the lion suddenly lunged at her, attacking her within seconds. The owner and staff tried to intervene, but by the time they stopped the attack, she had suffered fatal injuries. Why did the lion attack? Experts believe the lion's territorial instincts were triggered. The visitor's scent, movement, or even clothing could have unknowingly made the lion see her as prey or an intruder. Despite years of training, the lion's wild instincts took over instantly. This incident proves that no amount of familiarity can override a lion's natural predatory behavior. Lions and family members, even owners, are not safe. Many cases show that even owners themselves are not safe from their own lions. In 2018, a Czech man who had been keeping 2 lions as pets was mauled to death by them, even though he had raised them since they were cubs. His wife had warned him multiple times that the lions were getting too aggressive, but he insisted that they were still safe. One day, while cleaning the enclosure, one of the lions attacked him and killed him on the spot. Authorities later had to euthanize both lions for safety reasons. This highlights how even lions raised in captivity can turn on their owners, let alone strangers or visitors. Lions see other pets as prey. If a lion is kept in captivity, any other animals in the household are at serious risk. Even if a lion is fed well, its hunting instinct remains strong. Examples of lions attacking other pets. In 2022, a pet lion in Pakistan killed the owner's dog when the dog entered its enclosure. In 2019, a lion in a private zoo in Russia killed a stray cat that wandered into its cage. Many sanctuaries report that lions, if kept near dogs or small animals, instinctively attack them, even if they are raised together. Unlike domesticated animals, lions are not used to companionship with smaller creatures. They will always see them as food or a threat. Laws and safety concerns due to these risks. Most countries and states have banned private ownership of lions. Even in places where it is legal, lion owners must have strict permits, secure enclosures, high-cost liability insurance. If a lion escapes or attacks someone, the owner can face criminal charges, heavy fines, forced euthanasia of the lion. These laws exist because lions are inherently dangerous, no matter how well they are treated. Final thoughts: keeping a lion is not just dangerous for the owner. It is a life-threatening risk for family members, visitors, and pets. A lion's instincts can never be fully controlled. Even a single moment of unpredictability can lead to a fatal attack. No amount of training or familiarity can erase a lion's natural predatory nature. As history has shown, many people who trusted their lions paid the ultimate price, proving that lions are wild animals that do not belong in homes or private settings. 6. Environmental unsuitability. Why captivity harms lions? Lions are built for the open savannas and vast landscapes of Africa, where they roam freely over large territories, hunt in coordinated groups, and engage in natural social behaviors. In the wild, a lion's territory can stretch from 20 to over 400 square miles, depending on food availability and pride size. Keeping a lion in a confined space, whether in a private home, a small enclosure, or an apartment, deprives it of its natural environment, leading to serious physical and psychological consequences. Stress and psychological decline in captivity. When lions are unable to roam, hunt, and interact naturally, they develop chronic stress and mental distress. Many captive lions display abnormal repetitive behaviors such as pacing back and forth along cage walls, a sign of frustration and anxiety. Excessive grooming or self-harm, like biting or scratching their own tails. Lethargy or aggression, as they either withdraw or lash out due to frustration. In zoos and sanctuaries, even with larger enclosures, lions still show signs of stress. Private ownership settings, which often provide even less space, intensify these negative behaviors. The Pakistan apartment lion, a case of severe distress. A shocking case of environmental unsuitability occurred in Pakistan, where a wealthy individual kept a fully grown African lion in his apartment as a pet. What happened? The lion was confined inside a single room with no outdoor space, hunting opportunities, or proper enrichment. Due to extreme boredom and stress, the lion began displaying aggressive and destructive behavior, roaring excessively, clawing at furniture, and pacing nonstop. Neighbors feared for their safety, and authorities eventually intervened and confiscated the lion. When the lion was transferred to a wildlife sanctuary, veterinarians observed that it had weak muscles and joint problems due to lack of movement. It showed extreme aggression, likely caused by prolonged confinement. It took months of rehabilitation before it could behave normally in a larger, more natural environment. This case highlights that lions cannot thrive in unnatural environments. Forcing them into small, enclosed spaces leads to severe suffering. Lack of proper climate and natural stimulation. Lions are naturally adapted to the hot, dry climates of Africa, where they regulate their body temperature by resting in shaded areas and drinking water frequently. In captivity, they often suffer due to inappropriate climate conditions. Extreme cold or humidity can lead to respiratory illnesses and skin infections. Lack of natural hunting stimulation. Lions in captivity don't hunt like they would in the wild, which leads to boredom, obesity, and weak muscles. Unlike wild lions, which chase prey and develop strong muscles and endurance, captive lions, especially those kept in small enclosures, become physically weaker and mentally unfulfilled. Confinement can lead to dangerous aggression. A lion that experiences prolonged frustration due to confinement is far more likely to become aggressive. A lion that cannot roam freely will try to release its pent-up energy in dangerous ways, such as attacking caretakers or destroying its enclosure. Many captive lions that are kept in small spaces end up biting, swiping, or lunging at their owners due to stress and frustration. There have been multiple documented cases of lions attacking their keepers because they were kept in unsuitable environments, reinforcing that captivity is not safe for either the lion or the owner. Final thoughts: lions are not meant to live in confined spaces. Their physical, mental, and emotional well-being depends on having vast territories to roam, hunt, and interact naturally. Keeping a lion in a small enclosure, private home, or apartment results in chronic stress, behavioral problems, and potential aggression. No matter how well a person cares for a lion, they cannot recreate the open wilderness that the animal truly needs to thrive. 7. Escape risk. The public danger of keeping a lion. Lions are powerful, intelligent, and resourceful animals, making them highly capable of escaping from captivity, especially when kept in private enclosures that lack the high security measures of professional wildlife facilities. If a lion escapes, it immediately becomes a serious threat to human lives, livestock, and public safety. The sheer presence of a loose lion can cause mass panic, road accidents, and emergency lockdowns, even if the lion doesn't attack anyone directly. Unlike domestic animals, a lion cannot be easily recaptured. Authorities often have to use tranquilizers or, in worst-case scenarios, shoot the animal to prevent casualties. Several incidents worldwide have shown that private ownership of lions increases the risk of dangerous escapes, putting both the animal and the public at risk. 2019 Kenya private zoo escape. A city in fear. One of the most alarming lion escape incidents occurred in 2019 in Kenya, when a fully grown male lion managed to break free from a private zoo. What happened? The lion climbed over a poorly secured fence, making its way toward a residential area. As soon as people spotted it, mass panic broke out. Residents ran for cover, businesses shut down, and authorities issued warnings to stay indoors. Wildlife officials had to track the lion for hours, using drones and tranquilizer guns to capture it without harming anyone. The aftermath: the lion was eventually tranquilized and taken back to captivity, but the event raised serious concerns about keeping lions in private settings. Many questioned why a dangerous wild animal was kept in an area with poor security measures, endangering the entire community. The Kenyan government tightened restrictions on exotic animal ownership, making it more difficult to keep lions in private enclosures. This case proves that even privately owned lions, supposedly kept under control, can escape and endanger lives in unpredictable ways. 8. The overwhelming burden of caring for a lion. Owning a lion is not just a thrilling or prestigious endeavor, it is a constant, high-risk responsibility that can take a severe toll on an owner's mental, physical, and financial well-being. Unlike domestic pets, lions require intensive daily care, strict feeding schedules, specialized veterinary attention, and secure enclosures. Even with these precautions, their sheer strength and unpredictable nature make every interaction a potential life or death situation. For private owners, the mental and emotional strain of caring for a lion is immense. Many report experiencing chronic anxiety and fear, knowing that a single mistake, such as forgetting to securely lock an enclosure, misjudging the lion's mood, or failing to meet its feeding needs, could result in a fatal attack. The stress extends beyond safety concerns, as owners must also deal with legal restrictions, high maintenance costs, and public scrutiny, all of which add to the overwhelming burden. A real-life example: when the responsibility becomes too much. One well-known case in the United States illustrates the crushing reality of lion ownership. A man, captivated by the idea of raising a lion, adopted a lion cub and dedicated himself to caring for it. Initially, the experience was manageable. The cub was small, playful, and affectionate. However, as the lion grew in size and strength, so did the challenges. The struggles he faced, the feeding requirements became overwhelming as the lion required large quantities of fresh meat daily, costing thousands of dollars per year. The lion's enclosure needed constant reinforcement to prevent potential escape, adding to maintenance expenses. The animal's playful behavior became dangerous. A single swipe from its massive paws left deep wounds on the owner's arm, making him realize the risk he faced every day. Legal authorities began monitoring his property, warning him of violations regarding exotic animal ownership. The stress of handling the lion's growing needs, physical risks, and legal battles eventually broke him. He admitted that he no longer felt safe in his own home, knowing that even a slight miscalculation could lead to disaster. Unable to bear the pressure any longer, he made the difficult decision to surrender the lion to a rescue facility where it could be properly cared for in a safe and natural environment. Why many private owners surrender their lions? This case is not unique. Many private lion owners begin with enthusiasm but later realize the harsh reality. Lions become too large and dangerous to handle safely. The financial burden is unsustainable. Legal regulations make private ownership increasingly difficult. The emotional toll of constant fear and responsibility is unbearable. As a result, many lions end up being surrendered to sanctuaries or, in tragic cases, euthanized when owners can no look as forgetting to securely lock an enclosure, misjudging the lion's mood, or failing to meet its feeding needs, could result in a fatal attack. The stress extends to control them. Wildlife experts consistently warn against private ownership, emphasizing that lions belong in the wild or specialized conservation facilities, not in private homes. Final thoughts: caring for a lion may seem exciting at first, but it quickly turns into an overwhelming, dangerous, and unsustainable burden. Many well-intentioned owners eventually realize that they cannot meet the lion's needs and surrender them to wildlife sanctuaries. Lions are not domestic animals. They require the vast landscapes of the wild, not the confined and stressful environments of private ownership. Keeping a lion close is a deadly gamble, as no amount of training can erase its wild instincts and sheer strength. Even the most familiar lion can turn in an instant, making private ownership not just dangerous but potentially fatal. Lions are apex predators, not pets. No matter how well you raise them, their instincts remain unpredictable and deadly. If you value your safety and that of others, admire these magnificent creatures from a distance and leave their care to trained wildlife professionals. Thank you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more updates.